Hey, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are at on this third rock from the sun that we all call home. It is Throwback Thursday, 5 and Drive with yours truly. I truly do appreciate you tuning in, and it is truly cold. And I just said truly within the span of 15 seconds, I think 3 or 4 different times. Special skill. Can I put that one on my resume? Anyhow, let's just get to it. But, there's always a but. Before I get to it, thank you again so much for tuning into these. I'm pretty sure there's only 5 more to go. I did look up the date, but I just forgot it. However, I did start these at the end of December last year, so getting close. You won't have to do this much longer. 4 or 5 more times, and then it'll all be over, I promise. Unless I do something else. Anyhow, my father was a very practical person. He didn't really believe in things that he couldn't physically interact with, smell, touch, hear, that kind of thing. He probably did have a few encounters or something that tested that, but more or less, if it wasn't concrete, it wasn't real. My mother, on the other hand, being a very creative person, a very artistic person, she was in touch with a lot of other stuff. So they contrasted each other a lot with those beliefs. On a dare, I'm pretty sure from my mom, he went to a fortune teller. The fortune teller told him, this is when I was in junior high maybe, that he was calling me something that I didn't appreciate, that I was a world traveler before, that I'd been here, past lives many, many times, and something about the ocean and sailing or an explorer, something like that. I forget the exact details of what exactly was said. He was my stepfather. I never called him that though, because he married my mom when I was 4 or 5, and he'd been there as long as I can remember. And I don't have any memories of him not being there and being a dad. That said, fast forward. Let's go with fast forward. Fast forward to Japan. When I would come home, I would usually go up to the top of the train station, look out at the cityscape, check out the pretty lights, look at the sky, grab a hot coffee from a vending machine, just kind of chill. The hallway going there were a bunch of fortune tellers. Little old ladies, a couple guys mixed in. In front of them were these little tables about the size of a serving tray, maybe a foot square, but basically like a serving tray, little sign on it, and that was about it. There was this one that I passed by that I just always got this kind of weird vibe from her. I don't know why. We never interacted up until where the story's going. One day, for shits and giggles, I just stopped. Slid her 1,000 yen, sat down. She was a palm reader. I handed her my hand. Right as she made contact with my hand, she like jumped back. Like, okay, I'm thinking, yeah, this is part of the show, whatever. So I hold my hand out again, and she's like, no, I don't want to do this. What the hell? And I'm thinking, does she need a tip or something? More money? So I think I gave her another 1,000 yen, and she's like, no, I don't want to do this. I'm sorry. I don't like what I saw. I don't want to see more. Okay, and I'm just like, please let me know. So I handed her my hand. She looked at it, and she like, I don't want to do the whole reading, but you're going to die from water. And that's it. And then she got up, packed up her shit, and left. And I never saw her again there. Never. So I got home that night. First thing I'd usually do was jump in the bathtub. Japanese baths are awesome. Ofuro, nice, big, square, deep. The water would come up to here. I was crouched in there. It was awesome. Very, very comfortable. I could fold the cover over, put my laptop there, read my book, pull the TV over by the bathtub so I could watch TV. I would live in there if I could. That night I got home, I was gonna take a bath, and I thought, wait a minute, baths, water? Nah, not tonight. Next morning I get up. First thing I'd usually do is grab a cup of water, grab a glass of water. Nah, I'm not gonna drink water this morning. I'm coffee, Coke, something else. And I was like, wait, there's water in that. So I was kind of freaking out with everything with water. Avoided it as much as possible. I still drank something later on, I'm sure, but I was nervous about the water thing. That day, when work was over, it started raining. And I was like, car crash, train crash, something like that's going to happen. I'm going to stay in the office until it stops raining. Tectonic plates get wet. They're going to shake and shimmy and earthquake, buildings fall down. I was correlating every bad thing I could think of with water. Even if it was a hell of a reach, I was doing that. This went on for probably 2 weeks, maybe 3. I loved the ocean. I loved surfing. I loved ofuro. I love drinking water. Whiskey back then as well. But I was freaking out. Shit. Already over 5. I think I did this last week too. Anyhow, so I was freaking out for about 2 or 3 weeks about water because a fortune teller told me that's how I'm going to die. I hope I don't die that way. I'm going to die eventually. We all die. But that's the story there. So, 5:30, I'm so sorry. Thank you again for tuning in. It is a very short ride. Live life, be kind. Love you guys. Take care. See ya.